Hello, I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts. Sorry about that. I had a little brain glitch. Hope you all are doing well. It sounds like you're starting to get some vegetables and food and things of that nature back, but still having some resource issues. So let's see here. Let me pop over to the Facebook page and we'll see what's going on. So let's see here. So let's see, May's asking about partial feeding, and it's like half Crock-Pet or half kibble, etc., etc. So once, what I would suggest, May, and hopefully you can jump on, is I would give full vitamins, as Jamie suggests, for a couple of reasons. One is that the vitamin content of food often is measured before it is packaged, and so what you actually may have in the bag is often much lower. So, and I know that you had another question about feeding and mixing stuff and things of that nature. And what you might do with the canned food, again, it just kind of depends on how well you can get stuff. So what you might do is, mix some of the canned with the dry food. I think that's probably a better idea, just because it's going to help, add more moisture into the food, adding warm water to the food, that kind of stuff. So, May, I hope that is helpful. Bettina, your husband found lots of veggies, so right on. Another beautiful pot. And yeah, and that's the thing, grocery stores are limiting how much you can buy, so it just is tough when it looks like you're hoarding. So Angie's asking what kind of storage containers to use, so whatever you've got. The glass is great. Those silicone bags are wonderful. If you've not seen those, I would use them because they are reusable and they don't release any plastic. And then now here's May's other question as far as what to feed. So she's at 50-50 Crock-Pet and kibble, having a hard time finding affordable protein. But, it's tough. And so I think you got a lot of great answers here. So we'll post a quick answer, May. Hopefully you can get on your computer, but I think that Christine's giving you some good ideas too, as far as trying to find other options. So dehydrated proteins, and then also canned and the frozen raw foods. So that's another option. So May, I'll try to get you some information in there. So Jamie's asking about when to start heartworm meds. So the deal is, Jamie, is that once the temperature reaches 55 degrees and above that on a consistent basis, then that's when the heartworms can start to mature. Now, if it starts to get chill, then they're not going to mature as fast. And that's where I would suggest using the HeartGuard. Once you start to get those iffy temperatures, even the Heartworm Society is saying now to use it every 6 weeks. So I think that makes sense. And again, it just depends on where you are. You're in Wisconsin, so it's not really hot yet, and or even warm for that matter. So maybe you don't need to use it until June. Whereas, as Linda is saying, she's using HeartGuard year-round because they're in Florida, and unfortunately that makes some sense. Sharon's saying she uses HeartGuard and Brevecto year-round in Minnesota. And Sharon, I would encourage you to maybe rethink about the flea stuff, the Brevecto, because it is unfortunately anti-parasitic that you're giving your pet, and you know it's going to stay in your pet's body for, I think that one is 3 months. And so what that means is that the flea medication gets consumed by your pet, gets stored in the body, and then has to release back out to to kill the fleas. So I would really I would encourage you to rethink that. Let's see, there's a couple of other questions I think that Hannah had scooped up. There it is. So Karen was asking about vegan suggestions, and and that's kind of another. So we had in the Crock-Pet area, and if you haven't gone back to check out the new member area, go ahead and do that, y'all, because I put up the new video, the cooking video, so that's in there as well, where we go through a lot of these questions. And yeah, so for people that are vegetarian and vegan, what I suggested for them to do was to cook the vegetable portion, the beans, the starch, the veggies, and then use one of the canned dog food that's just meat. So I think there's several brands out there, and the names of them escape me at this moment. But if you have that available, that may be a way for you to get things mixed up. So for those of you that are still having trouble just getting vegetables, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think that in the U.S. the hoarding is starting to slow down, and they're starting to put in place limits, as far as many of you have said, as far as how much you can buy at one go. So again, y'all, I think you're just stuck doing the very best you can. So hope that makes some sense. Kay is asking about calcium supplements and using eggshells. And you can use dried eggshells and grind them into a powder. And I think that the dosage was something like, this is the problem with eggshells.